Morning, all. All right, news of the day video for all you fine people on the internet for your Tuesday, April the 22nd. Another beautiful day out here in British Columbia. That being said, we'll start at the top of the board with news out of Seattle, Washington. The Seattle Kraken making some changes after a season that was disappointing. Jason Botterill has been named the new general manager. Ron Francis was not fired. He was promoted to president of hockey operations. We've seen this happen before in the NHL. This is becoming pretty common. When you bring in a new GM, the old GM might get promoted to president of hockey operations or just team president. So Francis stays on. Dan Bylsma, however, is out as head coach. Just the 1 year behind the bench for Bylsma. I don't know that I would put this on Bylsma, to be honest. I think he did a decent job as coach. I just don't think the team on the ice was good enough that any coach would have been able to get them into the playoffs. But Bylsma's out. That just seems to be the rule, that the easiest thing to do is get rid of the coach. And so we have another coaching vacancy in the NHL. I think we have 6 currently, if you include the fact that there were a couple of interim coaches in the NHL this season at its finish. So we'll see what the Seattle Kraken do with this coaching position and who's next on the list. Seattle looking to get back into the playoff hunt next season. New Jersey, their blue line a little banged up. Brendan Dillon is not going to be in the lineup tonight. Neither is Luke Hughes. So that hurts. This means that Nemitz and Cholowski get to play. Nemitz is a good young prospect. Cholowski's a good depth defenseman, but it is a step down from Dillon defensively and Luke Hughes offensively. So we'll see how things go for New Jersey. Game 2 against Carolina today. And the Devils don't want to be down 0-2, but without Dillon and Luke Hughes, that is definitely going to hurt their chances. Ferravari's had knee surgery to repair his meniscus, and if you think, wow, that sounds like it might take a while to come back from, you'd be correct. He is out for the season. Losing Ferravari may not cost them against the Montreal Canadiens. It could definitely hurt them in series later on, should they get past Montreal. And hey, it's only one game into the series. We don't know yet. But losing Ferravari, I think, is a pretty big deal for Washington. And I say pretty big deal just because I know that they still have the depth there too. So we'll see. It's not like, season ending for the team, but it's a shame for Ferravari. The Vancouver Canucks had their presser yesterday. And honestly, I didn't hear anything that I was overly really surprised by, to be honest. So they're happy with the goaltending. They're happy with the defense. I would concur with that as a Vancouver fan. They're also looking to fix the center position. Agreed. This is where I come back to. It's a shame they traded Bo Horvat. He's kind of everything they want in a center right now. He can take faceoffs. He can play in all situations, that kind of thing. But additions are more likely via trade than the free agent route. Patrick Alvin talking about how expensive that can be. And so we'll see what they do, because if they're going to fix the center spot via trade, won't they have to move somebody that might weaken another part of the roster? So it's going to be difficult. They also added they are willing to do anything that they can within their power to make sure that Quinn Hughes is happy and that he sticks around long term. A lot of talk about this, and I would think if you saw just how exhausted Quinn Hughes looked at the presser that he did on the exit interviews and everything, I do think that it's been wearing on him. And playing in Vancouver does wear on people. It absolutely does. The players who are able to make a whole career of it, I commend them, because I know it can be exhausting. It's not just Vancouver either. There are other markets that can be exhausting. I'm just saying I understand when a player's like, yeah, I don't know if I can do this. So, in last night's game between Montreal and Washington, Nick Suzuki's line had a very strong game. According to Natural Stat Trick and reshared by Mark Dumont, Suzuki's line had a 27-7 shot advantage when they were on the ice. And in terms of high danger chances, they had an advantage of 6-2. So the real trick is to figure out a way to keep Nick Suzuki on the ice all the time. I have praised Nick Suzuki for a long time now. And Ray Ferraro posted that he's kind of a mix between Bergeron and Braden Point. And I'm thinking, yeah, awesome. The Montreal Canadiens have really taken that next step this year, and I'm excited to see what they're going to be able to do going forward. Whether they win the series against the Caps or not, this experience is huge for Montreal, and they've still got some good young players yet to debut with the team. So good reason for optimism in Montreal. So we have 4 games tonight, as I previously mentioned. First game starts at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific. That's New Jersey and Carolina against the Canes. Carolina, of course, up 1-0. Looking to go up 2-0 and probably play a little bit of that physical hockey and try to wear down the New Jersey Devils along the way. Then at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific, the Ottawa Senators versus the Toronto Maple Leafs. Toronto looking to go up 2-0 on the Ottawa Senators. We'll see if they get that done tonight. 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. Florida, Tampa finally get at it. That board, I haven't even touched it since the preview video. It's kind of weird because there are series that have played 2 games and they haven't played yet. And when they get started, these ones are already into game 2 as well. So we'll see how things go in the Battle of Florida. It should be physical. It should be fun to watch. Then at 11 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Pacific, the Minnesota Wild and the Vegas Golden Knights. Apologies to people in Minnesota because that's ridiculously late for people in Minnesota to start a hockey game. If a hockey game was half an hour, fine, but they generally are around the 2.5 hours plus mark. Usually about 2 hours, 2.5 to 2 hours and 45 minutes approximately. But either way, Minnesota and Vegas tonight. That is game 2. Vegas looking to go up 2-0 and Minnesota looking to tie the series. As was mentioned last night, multiple times in the game between Colorado and Dallas. Dallas is the only team that's lost a home game so far in these playoffs. So we'll see if that trend continues. Game 2 will give you a good feel on whether the series is, really and truly lopsided or if it's going to be pretty even and we're going to see it go on for a while. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, including your picks for tonight. Sure, hit like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you guys so much for all your support as always. I will talk to you again soon.